and control structure and the set of instruction that this computer uses, right? And design of a computer is then we carry out in details, right? So the internal organization of the digital system is defined by the sequence of micro operations it performs on the data stored in its register. The use of this computer can control the process of a program. Now, first of all, we see what is program, right? So, a program is a set of instructions. A program is a set of instructions that specify the operations, operands, and the sequence by which processing has to occur. Okay. Next is computer instruction. So now we have to learn the different instruction codes in this chapter. So first we will learn what is computer instruction. A computer instruction is a binary code that specify a sequence of micro operations for the computer. Right? Instructions code. Now instruction codes. Instruction it's and placed in the control register. Then control proceed to execute it by the issuing a sequence of micro operations. Right? Now each and every previous lectures that each computer has its own unique instruction set, the ability to store and execute the instruction and to store the program. Right? Now let's see what is instruction code. Right? An instruction code is a group of bits that instruct the computer to perform a specific operation. Right? Suppose example add 1547. Right? So here add is the instruction code which is used to perform the specific operation addition. Right? Now next term is operation code or opcode. Now what is opcode? The operation code of an instruction is a group of bits that define such operation as add, subtract, multiply, shift, and complement. Right? So here ADD is the opcode. This is the and each opcode has unique binary code. Right? There is for addition there is 0 1. Right? For subtraction that is 1 0. So like this there is unique binary code is assigned to each and every opcode that we will see in detail. Right? The number of bits required for the operation code of an instruction depends on the total number of operations available in the computer. Right? The number of bits required for the operation code, that is opcode of any instruction, depends on the total number of operations available in the computer. Right? Because each and every computer version has different instructions available in it. Right? દરેક કમ્પ્યુટરમાં instruction set અલગ અલગ હોય છે. So depends on that instruction set કેટલા bit assign થશે એ decide થશે. Right? So the operation code must consist of at least n bits for given 2 raised to n distinct operations, right? Now let's say the stored program organization, right? So the simplest way to organize a computer is to have one processor register and instruction code format with two parts. Right? The first part specify the operation or opcode to be performed, and the second part are specify the address, that is operand. Right? The memory address tells the control where to find the operand in the memory. This operand is read from memory and used as a data to be operated on together with the data stored in the processor register. So let's see this with the use of diagram. Consider this is the uh, program organization, right? Instructions are stored in one section of the memory, right? Instruction or program are stored in the one section of the memory, and data or operand in the another section of the memory, right? For a memory unit with 4096 words, we need 12 bits to specify the address, because 2 raised to 12 is equals to 4096, right? And if we store each instruction code in one 16-bit memory word, right? So we have available 4 bits for the opcode, right? Because 12 bits માં આપણે શું સ્ટોર કરીએ છીએ? Address, right? Because 2 raised to 12 is equals to 4096, right? So 16-bit memory word જો આપણે यूज करता હોય instruction set માં, તો remaining કેટલી બીટ બચે ઓપરાન્ડ માટે, opcode માટે? 4 bits, right? So it uses 12-bit address part of the instruction and 4-bit part for the opcode. Right? Now here it uses the processor register, right? Single processor register, right? That is known as accumulator, right? That compute all the operation, and the operation is performed with the memory operand and the content of the operand into accumulator value, right? And if an operation in the instruction code does not need an operand from memory, the rest of the bits in the instruction can be used for other purpose, right? Now consider one example. Suppose you want to clear the accumulator, complement the accumulator, or increment the accumulator, right? So you have to perform this operation on data stored in the accumulator only. There is no need to perform any operation in the memory operand, right? So for this type of operation, the second part of the instruction bits, that is from 0 to 11, are 0, right? So memory address is 0 because we do not use memory operand value, right? Whenever we want to clear the accumulator, complement the accumulator, increment the content of the accumulator, like this operation, whenever we want to perform, right, at that time memory operand value are set to 0, right? So let's see this in detail. Suppose this is the instruction format, right, where we have 16-bit instruction format, 16 bits for the instruction, right, where 0 to 11 means 12 bits are for the address and 4 bits are used to define the opcode, right? And whenever you use the binary operand, right, and 16 bits are used to store your data, right? So instruction are stored in one section of the memory and data in another, right? આ બધું જે મેં કીધું એ જ છે. And for memory unit with 4096 word, we need 12 bits to specify the address, right? And remaining 4 bits are used to specify the opcode, right? Now let's see the instruction format in detail. 0 to 11 bit, that is 12 bits for address and 4 bits for opcode. Now 3 bits for opcode and 1 bit for specifying the address type. Right? There are two main address instruction types in our computer instruction format: indirect instruction and direct instruction, right? So here the 16th bit is used to specify the direct and indirect
USB
instruction
removed.
format, right? Here I specify the indirect instruction, right? So these first 12 bit are used to specify the address, then 12, 13 and 14 bit are used to specify the opcode, and 15th bit is used to specify the instruction type, indirect instruction or direct instruction. So this is the instruction format for add instruction, add 457, right? So 0 is for instruction type indirect or direct, then 001 is the opcode for add instruction, and this binary number is equivalent to decimal number 457. Right? Now, direct and indirect addressing of the memory. Right? Now, if the second part of the instruction format specify the address of the operand, the instruction is said to have a direct instruction. Right? And second is indirect instruction. The bits in the second part of the instruction designate the address of a memory word in which the address of the operand is found. It is known as indirect instruction. Right? Now consider this is our memory. Right? At memory location 22, we store one instruction, add 457. Right? And at address 457, we store the operand value. Right? So this is known as direct instruction. Right? So addition operation of this operand which is stored at 457 with accumulator value, right? That is known as direct addressing of memory. Right? For direct addressing of memory, the instruction type bit is set to 0. Right? Now, let's see the indirect addressing of the memory. Consider this instruction 1, add 300. Right? So at 300 memory location, we store the address of the operand, not the value of the operand. Right? And at the memory address 1350, we store the data or value of the operand. So we have to add this value with accumulator. Right? For indirect memory location, instruction type bit is set to 1. Right? So direct and indirect માં શું થશે? In indirect instruction type bit is set to 0. Right? And at address field of the instruction, it will store the address of the operand. તમારું જે ઓપરાન્ડ છે એ કયા એડ્રેસ પર સ્ટોર થયું છે એ એડ્રેસ જ અહીંયા ડાયરેક્ટ લખવું હશે. Right? અને addition performed થશે with the accumulator value. But in indirect memory addressing, right, your instruction type bit is set to 1, right? અને અહીંયા જે address field હશે, right, ત્યાં શું સ્ટોર થયું હશે? Address of the operand, not the એને શું કહેવાય? Not the direct address of the operand, right? કયું address store થયું હશે? જ્યાં operand નું address store થયું છે, right? So 300 is the address which store the address of the operand, not the value of the operand, right? Now, અહીંયાથી જશે 300 પર. Now we will find the address 1350. So we will reach to 1350 and get the value of the operand and add the accumulator value with this operand value. Right? So direct એને address નહીં મળશે, આપણે જે pointer use કરતા ને એ ટાઈપનું. Right? So એને direct address નહીં મળશે, but આ રીતે store થશે. So this is direct addressing of memory and this is indirect addressing of the memory. Right? So one bit of the instruction code can be used to distinguish between direct and indirect addressing mode. It consists of 3-bit operation code, 12-bit address, and an indirect address mode designated by I. Right? When this I bit is set to 0, it is for the direct address, and when this I bit is set to 1, this is for the indirect address. Right? A direct instruction like this 22 memory location पर एक instruction set થઈ છે where this bit is set to 0, so it is direct instruction opcode is add, and this is the address where the value of this operand is stored. Right? Whenever this I bit is set to 0, it is known as direct address instruction, and whenever this I bit is set to 1, it is known as indirect instruction. Right? Here is the address where the operand address is stored. Right? Now suppose the operand address is suppose 1350, so it will go to 1350 and fetch the operand value from the address location 1350 at the content of accumulator with this value which is stored at 1350 memory location. Right? The indirect address instruction needs 2 reference to memory to fetch an operand. Right? The first reference needed to read the address of the operand, and the second reference is for the operand itself. The memory word that holds the address of the operand in an indirect instruction is used as a pointer to the array of the data. Right? આપણે C માં જે pointer નો concept use કર્યો છે એ જ same. Now next is register, computer registers. Right? The computer instructions are normally stored in consecutive memory locations and executed sequentially once at a time. The control reads an instruction from the specific memory address and execute it. Right? Now, to store the computer data, right, or instruction data, we require some computer register. Right? So computer needs a processor register for manipulating the data to store the memory address. Right? We require the computer register. So there are different registers available in your computer system. First register is program counter, that is PC register. Right? Total number of bits program counter contains 12 bits and it holds the address of the instruction. So program counter contains 12 bits and it holds the address of the instruction. So whenever you want to store the, whenever you want to count or whenever you want to perform the increment or decrement operation, so you require the address of the instruction. Right? So store the address of the instruction into program counter register. Next is AR register, so that is address register. Right? Number of bits, AR register has 12 bits and it used to hold the address of the memory. Right? Next register is IR register, so that is instruction register. Total number of bits are 16 and it holds the instruction code. Right? Because our instruction has 16 bit. Right? So we have to store our whole instruction into which register? IR register. Right. Next is TR register. So that is temporary register. Total number of bits are 16. It is used to store the temporary data. Right. તમારે ઘણીવાર એવું કરવું હોય કે temporarily you have to store some data into some register, right? અને પછી એનો use કરીને you have to perform some specific operation. Right. So at that time use the TR register, it holds the temporary data, right? Next is DR register. So that is data register. Total number of bits are 16. It is used to store the memory operand. Right. Next is AC, that is accumulator. Total number of bits are 16. Right. It is a processor register. Okay. Now next is out R. This is output register. Total number of bits are 8 and it is used to hold the output character. Right. Next is INPR. So this is your input register. Total number of bits are 8 and it is used to hold the input character. Right. Now your total memory of basic computer is 4096 words. Right, and each word is of 16 bits. Right. Now we will see the common bus system of basic computer. Right. Now your basic computer has total 8 register, a memory unit, right, and a control unit. Right. There are total 8 register: AR, PC, DR, AC, INPR, IR, TR, and out. Right, and a memory unit and a control unit. Right, and this is your common bus. Right, this is the common bus system for basic computer. Right, and this path provided transfer the information from one register to another register. And the number of wires will be excessive if the connection are made between the outputs of each register and the inputs of the other register. Right? So instead of this, the efficient scheme for transferring the information in system with many register is use a common bus. Right? એક register માંથી બીજા register માં આપણે data transfer માટેનો જો wires બતાવીએ, so the total number of wires to set up the connection between each of the register, it will contain the lot of connection and it will become very it is not very efficient scheme, right? So instead of doing connection between each and every register, input and output connection between each and every register, we design the common bus system, right? So this is the efficient scheme for transferring the data between each and every register. Right? Now the output of 7 registers and the memory are connected to the common bus.
USB inserted.
Like this. Right? Output of each of the register and memory are connected with the common bus. The specific output that is selected for the bus lines at any given time is determined from the binary value of the selection variables. Right? There are total 3 selection variables: S0, S1 and S2. Right? Depends on the value of S0, S1 and S2. Right? કયું રજિસ્ટરની આઉટપુટ અહીંયા કોમન બસમાંથી પાસ થશે, that is depend on the value of S0, S1 and S2. Right? Now the number along each output shows the decimal equivalent of the required binary selection. Right? Now consider the number along with the DR register is 3. right? The 16-bit output of DR are placed on the bus line when value of S0, S1 and S2 are 011, because 011 is equivalent to decimal number 3. Binary number 011 is equivalent to decimal number 3, and number 3 is assigned to the DR register output, right? So whenever value of S2, S1 and S0 is 011, at that time in common bus system कोई output pass થશે output of DR register, right? Now next is the if the S1 sorry S2, S1 and S0 is 111, right? So depends on value of whenever value of S2, S1 and S0 is 111, right? So 111 is equivalent to 7, right? So this number is assigned to the memory, right? So output of the memory will pass into memory bus like this, right? Then for ER register value is 1, for PC value is 2, for AC 4, IR 6, like this, right? So the 16 line of common bus receives information from different register and memory unit. The bus lines are connected to the inputs of the registers and the memory, right? And this 5 register AR, PC, DR, AC, IR, TR and out are have the control unit LD, INR and CLR, right? AR, PC, DR, AC and TR have the control unit, control inputs, load, LD, INR, increment and CLR, clear, right? So this type of register is equivalent to binary counter with parallel load, right? Now the input data and output data are of the memory are connected to the common bus, right? Input data and output data of the memory are connected to the common bus, but the memory address is connected to the AR, but the memory address is connected to the AR. Therefore AR must always be used to specify the memory address, right? Memory address no memory no input and output common bus થી connected છે, but address of the memory is connected to the AR register. That's why AR register is always used to store the memory address, right? So these are about the common bus system, right? Here adder and logic are input for the accumulator, right? So all the arithmetic and logical operations are performed with the use of accumulator, and input for adder and logical circuit is output of data register, because all the memory data are stored in data register, instruction data are stored in data register, right? So data register output will become the input for this circuit, right? And output of this circuit will pass to the accumulator, and accumulator perform the operations, right? And this circuit, adder and logic circuit, have 3 inputs. One set of 16-bit input come from the accumulator, right? They are used to implement register micro operations such as complement AC, then shift AC, then right? Another set of 16-bit input come from the data register DR, as I say, right? The input from the DR and AC are used to perform the arithmetic and logical micro operations. And the result of the arithmetic and logical micro operations, right, are transferred to the AC, right? And here E is a flip-flop, right? This is extended AC bit, right? So E is a flip-flop. This is arithmetic and logical circuit, right? An arithmetic and logical circuit are used to perform the different arithmetic and logical operations. Right? Now, the this is just for the clock cycle, right? So this is about the common bus system. For common bus system, for basic computer contains the different registers, arithmetic and logical circuit. E is a flip-flop, that is extension of the accumulator, right? Then memory unit. For memory unit, input and output are stored to common bus system, but memory address will store into AR register. PC is for program counter. DR is for store the instruction data. Accumulator is a processor register. INPR is an increment register. IR sorry. IR is an instruction register which store the instruction code. Right, PR is a temporary register. These are the decimal number assigned to each and every instruction, each and every register. Right, value of S2, S1, S0 are set to this equivalent to this decimal number. Then transfer of this operand will transfer to the memory bus system. Right. Now next is computer instructions. Right. A basic computer has 3 instruction code format, right? And each instruction format has 16 bits, right? And opcode is a part of the instruction, contains 3 bits, and the remaining 13 bits depends on the operation code and counter, right? So first type of instruction is memory reference instruction, right? Each type of instruction is having 16 bit, right? In that, in memory reference instruction, first 12 bits are used to store the address, right? Then 12, 13 and 14 bits are used to store the opcode through 000 to 110. Right? And first bit is used to store the instruction type, either indirect instruction or direct instruction. Right? Now consider this example. Right? Here 0 represents the direct instruction, then 000 is the opcode value, and remaining 12 bits are used to store the address, memory address. Right? Now depends on the value of this instruction, value of this bit, right? We can define the or recognize the instructions, right? So if the value of the bit 12, 13, 14 is 000, then it is AND memory instruction, right? And this is memory instruction and the memory word to accumulator and the content of the memory to accumulator. Now if the opcode value is 001, right? If the opcode value is 001, right, then it is the add op instruction. It will add the content of the memory to accumulator. Now if the opcode value is 010, then it is LDA instruction. It will use to load the memory word to accumulator. Suppose we want to store or load the data of the memory to accumulator, then use LDA instruction. Right? Now if the opcode value is 011, right, then it is STA instruction. STA instruction is used to store the content of the accumulator in memory. LDA instruction is used to load the memory word into accumulator. So memory માંથી accumulator માં transfer કરવું હોય, then use the LDA instruction. બટ એક્યુમ્યુલેટરના કન્ટેન્ટ જે છે રાઈટ એ મેમરીમાં સ્ટોર કરવા હોય then use the STA instruction. Right? Next is if the opcode value is 100 or opcode bit is set to 100, right, then it is burn BUN instruction, right? That is branch unconditionally. Next is if opcode bit is set to 101, right? It is BSA instruction, right? That is branch and save return address. Burn instruction is used to branch unconditionally, and BSA instruction is also used for branching purpose but save the return address. Right? Next is if the opcode value is set to 110, right, then instruction is ISZ, that is increment and skip if 0. Right? So whenever you write down ISZ, then address, right? So it will increment the address by 1, right, and skip if 0. If that next instruction is 0, then it will skip. Right? Now if my instruction type bit I is set to 1, right, then it will become the indirect instruction format. For that, hexadecimal codes are like this. Right? Now next type of instruction is register reference instruction. These all are memory reference instructions, right? Because we perform the operation on the memory data using this instruction. So it will refer the memory address. Right? So it is known as memory reference instruction. Now next is register reference instructions. Right? So all the instruction which are used to refer the register, either accumulator or either any other register, right? This type of instruction is known as register reference instruction, right? So the type of instruction is recognized by the computer control from the 4 bits in position 12 to 14. Right? કઈ ટાઈપની ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શન છે આપણને ક્યાંથી ખબર પડશે બીકોઝ 0 to 11 બીટ પર તો રજિસ્ટર ઓપરેશન હશે ઓર શું કહેવાય એનું એડ્રેસ હશે પણ કઈ ટાઈપની ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શન છે આપણને ક્યાંથી ખબર પડે વિથ ધ યુઝ ઓફ બીટ પોઝિશન 12 to 15. રાઈટ આની વેલ્યુ જે હશે એના પરથી આપણને ખબર પડશે કે એ મેમરી રેફરન્સ ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શન છે કે રજિસ્ટર રેફરન્સ ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શન છે. Right? So if the 3 opcode bits in the position 12 to 14 are not equal to 111, right? If the memory bit position 12 to 14 bits are not equal to 111, then it is memory reference instruction, because memory reference instruction માં કોઈ પણ instruction માટે bit 111 set નથી. Right? So if these bits are not equal to 111, so this instruction is a memory reference instruction. Right? And 15 bits are used for the addressing mode, indirect mode or direct mode. Right? But if the 3 bit 12, 13 and 14 are equal to 111, right, then control will transfer to the 15th bit. If this 15th bit is 0, then it is known as register reference instruction. And if this addressing mode bit is set to 1, it is known as input output instruction. Right? So here 12, 13 and 14 bits are 111 and addressing mode bit are 0. So this is the instruction format for register reference instruction. Right? Now for register reference instruction, first instruction is CLA. right? CLA is for clear accumulator. Whenever you want to clear the content of the accumulator, use the instruction CLA. CLA is a register reference instruction, right? Second instruction is CLE, that is clear E, clear the content of E register, right? Next is CMA, that is complement AC, complement accumulator. Whenever you want to find the complement of the value of the accumulator, then use the CMA instruction, right? Next is CME. CME is a complement of E register, right? Next is CIR, that is circular write AC and E. Whenever you want to perform the circular write of the accumulator content and circular write to the register E content, then use the instruction CIR. Next instruction is CIL, circulate left AC and E. Then INC, that is increment AC. Then SPA, that is skip next instruction if AC is positive. And if the sign bit of AC is positive, then skip the next instruction, and for that instruction opcode is SPA. Next is SNA. Skip the next instruction if AC is negative. Next is SZA. Skip the next instruction if value of AC is 0. Then SZE, that is skip the next instruction if value of register is 0. And last register reference instruction is hold, that is hold the computer, right? Third type of computer instruction in input and output instruction. In input and output instruction, the opcode bit are set to 111, same as register reference instruction, but addressing mode are set to 1, right? So whenever this 15 bit is set to 1, it is input output instruction, right? Now there are 5 different input output instruction. First is INP, that is input character to AC. Next is out, that is output character from AC. Next is SKI, so that is keep on input flag. SKO, that is keep on output flag. Next is ION, that is interrupt on, and IOF for interrupt off. Now what is how we can identify the instruction type, right? So instruction type માટે શું કરવાનું? If the bit position 12, 13 and 14 are not equals to 111, then it is memory reference instruction, right? આજે તમારું 12, 13 અને 14 પોઝિશનનું જે બીટ છે એ જો 111 નહીં હોય તો એ મેમરી રેફરન્સ ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શન છે. પણ જો 12, 13 અને 14 બીટ પોઝિશન પર 111 હોય તો એ આઈધર રજિસ્ટર રેફરન્સ ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શન છે, આઈધર ઇનપુટ આઉટપુટ ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શન છે, રાઈટ? હવે એ રજિસ્ટર રેફરન્સ છે કે ઇનપુટ આઉટપુટ છે એ આપણે શાનાથી ખબર પડશે? વિથ ધ યુઝ ઓફ ધી 15 બીટ. ઇફ ધ 15 બીટ is 0, then it is register reference instruction, but if the 15 bit is 1, then it is input output instruction, right? So this is about the basic computer instructions. Right here the hexadecimal code is equal to the equivalent hexadecimal number of the binary code used for the instructions. આ instructions માટે જે પણ આ binary code use થાય છે, right, એના equivalent hexadecimal code અહીંયા લખ્યા છે, right? You have no need to remember this hexadecimal code because આપણે ખાલી એટલું જ યાદ રાખવાનું છે કે આ જે બધી instructions છે, right? આજે તમને મેં કરાવી input output SKI SKO, then add and LDA STA burn, then CLE CME, right? એ બધી કઈ ટાઈપની ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શન છે અને એનો મીનિંગ શું છે, Right? No need to remember the hexadecimal code. Hexadecimal code is nothing but the equivalent to the hexadecimal number of the binary code used for the instructions. આ ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શનમાં આ જે બાઇનરી કોડ યુઝ થાય છે એના હેક્સાડેસિમલ ઇક્વિવેલન્ટ છે. Right? Now next is instruction set completeness. So instruction set is said to be complete if it includes sufficient number of instructions in each of the following category. Right? તમારું કોઈ પણ instruction set છે, right? એ ક્યારે complete થશે? A computer should have a set of instructions so that the user can construct machine language program to equivalent any function that is known to the computable. The set of instructions are said to be complete if the computer has sufficient number of instruction in each of the following category. Right? તમારા કમ્પ્યુટરની ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શન સેટ ક્યારે કમ્પ્લીટ કહેવાશે? જ્યારે આટલી કેટેગરીમાં એની પાસે sufficient instruction set હશે. Right? First is arithmetic, logical and shift instructions. Right? So આપણે instruction જોઈ basic computer ની add, then increment, decrement, right? Then circular shift, circular right shift, circular left shift. Right? Second is instruction for moving information to and from memory and processor register. Right? So આપણે accumulator અને e register ની instruction જોઈ. CLA, CLE, CMA, CME. Right? These are the instruction used for moving information from accumulator to memory register and memory register to accumulator. And program control instruction together with instruction that check the status condition. આપણે flag માટેની instruction જોઈ. SKI, SKO, then ION for interrupt on, IOF for interrupt off. Right? So આ ત્રણ ટાઈપની instruction જો તમારા કમ્પ્યુટરમાં હોય, then you can say that instruction for this computer instruction set is completed. Right? So your computer must have these three category instruction set available within it. Sorry, 4 input and output instruction પણ આપણે જોઈ. Right? So these are about the instructions, instruction formats in computer system. Right? First we all see the instruction code. Right? What is instruction code? How instruction code is used in your computer system, right? And how instruction code stored in your program organization, right? Then types of address, right? Indirect address and direct address with the use of one demonstration, right? Memory demonstration. Then computer register, types of computer register, or list of computer register, right? There are total 8 types of registers available in your basic computer. That is data register, address register, accumulator, instruction register, program counter, temporary register, input and output register. Right? Then we see the common bus system for basic computer. In the basic computer, 8 register, memory unit and control unit are connected with the use of common bus system, right? And output of all the register, input and output of all the register are connected with the common bus system, and which register output is accepted by the common bus system, that value depends on the selection input S2, S1 and S0. Right? Then we will see the computer types of computer instruction. There are total 3 types of instructions format available in basic computer: memory reference instruction, register reference instruction, and input output instruction. Right? Each instruction format contains the 16-bit format, right? For memory reference instruction, bit position 12 to 14 are between 000 to 110, right? And 15 bit are set to 1, right? Next is register reference instruction. For register reference instruction, bit position 12 to 14 are set to 111, right? And 15 bit are set to 0. For input output instruction, bit position 12 to 14 are set to 111 and 15 bit position are set to 1, right? So these are the three type of computer instructions, right? And instruction set, whenever your instruction set have this different 4 category requirement available within it, then you can say that your basic computer has the sufficient number of instructions available within it, right? If your instruction set contain arithmetic, logical and shift instructions, then instruction for moving the information from memory to accumulator and accumulator to memory, then input output instruction and control instruction and control instructions. If these 4 categories instructions available in your instruction set, right, then you can say that your computer has the sufficient number of instruction sets available. So this is about the computer register, computer instruction set, right? Next time we will see the timing and control unit of the basic computer.